Hi everyone, doing something different today here on the Sumo Stomp YouTube channel. I have some 2025 BBM Sumo trading cards here, and I'm going to open them up and talk about who's here. This type of content is new for me. I've never done anything like this before. I'm basically trying to put more out on YouTube and trying to think of things I can do which don't involve using footage from NHK or Abema. Things which are rife to be taken down. So this was my current idea, and we'll see how it goes, and if you like it, we'll do more. If not, then we shall never speak of it again. And these cards I bought from Big Sumo Fan. They're not sponsoring this video, but I highly recommend them. Maybe they'll sponsor a future one, but I really enjoy that store. As you see, I have the Sumo Stomp doyo here for our soon-to-be rikishi to stand upon. I got my Ura towel, which was sent to me by Dan, a Sumo Stomp subscriber. When he was in Osaka, he was kind enough to send me an Ura and a Tobizaru towel, because those are the favorite wrestlers of Mini Sumo Stomp. She loves the pink guy and the purple guy. I also have the Perfect Guide to Sumo over here, which is a book I really can recommend. It has a lot about the history of sumo. So as I said, these were purchased from bigsumofan.com, and they also sent these sleeves along, which is pretty cool. So let's start cracking open some cards, shall we? I'm going to do it nice and neat. And you may be wondering why I'm just showing my hands here, despite my awful fingernails, because I am a nail biter. And there's lots of reasons why I don't really want my face on YouTube. Biggest one is I'm a little shy. I don't really want to be out there front and center like that. But also I don't really like the idea of AI taking my likeness and using it for Lord knows what. It already does it with my words, so I certainly don't want my face. My voice is probably being taken as well, but anyway, there's not much we can do about that. But let's see, who do we have first here? We have, look at that, Asorio is our first one. Very popular rikishi this year, and he's doing great. He had a fantastic tournament just recently at Natsu, going 10-5. He's a very fun guy to watch. He has kind of a funky Yotsuzumo style, where kind of reminiscent of freestyle wrestling. He likes those collar ties, and despite his being undersized, he packs a lot of muscle for his size, doesn't he? And he's able to back down opponents who are much larger than him, and I think he's got a future in Makuuchi. I think he's good enough to stick around. I don't think he'll ever get to the Sanyaku ranks, but he's a very fun addition to have, and we're glad to have him, aren't we? So let's put him here. We'll put him here so he's facing into the center there. There we go. Okay. Who's next? Who's going to go against Asorio? Oh, look at this. We have a special Onnoatsu card. This is a card celebrating Onnoatsu's promotion to Ozeki. And obviously now, this time, we know he's become Yokozuna. What can we really say about Onnoatsu? Alright, last year was the year where he burst onto the scene, and this is the year where he seems to be taking over. The only man seemingly capable of stopping him so far, Hoshoyu. Hopefully we're going to have lots of great duels between them over the coming years, and in this upcoming tournament in Nagoya, hopefully we get to see them have a good showdown, maybe for the cup on the last day. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? I'm neglecting to look at the back of these. Obviously I don't speak Japanese, so I can't decipher a lot of what's happening there. Looks like we have some height and weight statistics, and maybe I'll ask Mrs. Sumo Stomp later, since she has some half-decent Japanese from living over there for a little while. Let's take a look at what's on the back of Asorio. Oh, there we go, that's cool. There's our little man here. And again, looks like we have his record here up until the start of 2025 season. Asorio Takuma, his name there. I'm assuming this includes his details about his stable, his birthplace, things like that. Maybe even his style is in there. As we know, he's a Yatsu Sumo specialist. So we have our Asorio. Stick him here. And let's have just Onnoatsu and his buddies from his stable just watching on there. Okay, who's next? Get our sleeve ready. We got, oh, look at this. We have our other Ozeki, someone who seemed primed for a Yokozuna run at the end of last year, but unfortunately the wheels came off for our Kotozak. He was fighting injured in January, that tournament where if he'd won it or become runner-up, he would have been the Yokozuna. As of we know, that didn't happen. Hoshoyu was the one who was able to come through that tournament and get that ultimate promotion. But here's Kotozak in happy times, lifting his only Makuuchi Emperor's Cup for now. Hopefully there's more in the future for him if he can stay healthy. There he is with his fish. And again, we have some personal details in here. I think this is talking about his specific tournament here, and you can see his record. This is day 3 loss. I wish I knew the kanji better than I do to know exactly who these characters refer to. I know he beat Hoshoyu on the final day there. But there we go, we have Kotozak. These are cool cards, huh? I like these. I have a couple packs, so I'd be down for doing a couple of these videos if you'll like them. Let's see who's next. We have someone to go up against Asorio, hopefully. Here we go. Nishka Fuji, who has had a tough year, a bit of a tough career in the top division, really. He's not quite found his place. I think he's kind of struggling with his sumo altogether. Doesn't really know what he's doing at times, does he? Is he a pusher thruster? Is he a grappler? He's struggled a lot. He just can't really get out of that lower Mega Shira ranks. And currently in Juryo, there's our Nishka Fuji stats. Hopefully better things ahead, Nishka Fuji. And there he is, Asorio, Nishka Fuji. Who are you taking in that one? I think Asorio. Asorio will probably win most of those bouts, I would say. Too fast, too strong for Nishka Fuji. And what do we have next here? Oh, it's green. Oh, here we go. We are going down to Juryo with Fuji Seiyun. Fuji Seiyun yet to make his Makuuchi debut. Close though. He's knocking on the door of it. Fuji Seiyun. Again, we got some stats. So maybe Fuji Seiyun and Nishka Fuji is more of a fair fight, isn't it? Those two against each other. Okay, what have we got next? What's our last card? Our final card. Oh, look at this. We got Onnoatsu with some foil there. It's a shiny. That's cool. Onnoatsu, who had a great tournament in May, going 10-5, and really starting to look like he could be, I think, future Sanyaku material. He might even get there for the next tournament. I think he has a chance. He could get all the way up to Komusubi. He's our Yotsu specialist, Hidari Yotsu, specifically the left arm in, right arm outside. He looked a little limited when he first came up. He was over-relying on that, not doing much else. But in this most recent tournament, I'm looking forward to getting to him in my report cards because he showed a lot more variety to his Yotsu game. He didn't seem so panicked in constantly trying to get that favorite hold. He was a little more assured and was happy to thrust a little bit to work himself on the inside. And once he gets that lock, though, he had a lot of interesting moves he used from there to get his force outs. Doesn't go to the throw a lot. He likes to control. You know, in MMA, BJJ, we say position over submission. He's kind of more position over, highlight reel throw. He likes to just work his opponent across the ring and get them out with that very commanding Hidari Yotsu he has. So, here he is. I think he beats everyone else there, including Asorio, who we pulled today. So there we go. Let's look at our haul. We have our Nishka Fuji, Onnoatsu, Asorio, Fuji Seihun. We have our Onos Ozeki promotion card. Very cool. And we have our Kotozak Yusho card. Very neat. Okay, so do me a big favor if you can subscribe to this channel. I need 1,000 subscribers before this can be monetized and make a little bit of passive income. We got a long way to go, folks, so if you could help me out, that'd be great. In the meantime, if you're a subscriber to Sumo Stomp, I really appreciate that. Very lucky that I have such an audience there, so many people excited to get those newsletters and get those articles. I love doing it, and it feels great to know so many other people are enjoying the content. And yeah, maybe we'll do more of this. But in the meantime, take care, be kind, and fight with spirit, and go Ura. Okay, bye everyone.